Peace everybody, Reaction Overlord here. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so in this video we're going to be doing a full spoiler review for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Now I already did my non-spoiler review, so if you haven't checked that video out, you can go to my video catalog. You can check that video out before you check this one out. But I'm letting you know now, this is a full spoiler review, a full spoiler breakdown. If you don't want to hear that, this is your time to leave now. Okay, so with that being said, like I stated in my non-spoiler review, the movie was amazing. It starts off with Spider-Woman, Gwen Stacy. She's in battle with the Vulture from another dimension, who's in paper animation form, and she gets help from Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man, and the rest of his team. But in the process, she gets into an ultimate battle with her father, which she had to reveal herself to him, and he tried to arrest her anyway. So the Spider team, they invited her to come with them. Miguel O'Hara, he really didn't want to do it, but the others, they egged him on that she needed help. She couldn't stay there by herself. Mainly Jessica Drew, Spider-Woman, she told Miguel O'Hara that she can go with them, so she ended up going with them. And that was just the intro. Now the movie officially starts with Miles Morales in Brooklyn, New York, several months later in his timeline, and he's handling his business with the villain, the Spot, who's trying to rob an ATM machine out of the convenience store, which ironically, Miles told the Spot, why do you call it ATM when the M stands for machine? But they started fighting across the city while Miles did his opening monologue, until Miles trapped him inside his spots while tying him up with his web and leaving him there because he had to meet up with his school counselor and his parents so they can discuss his future for college. But he soon had to leave because he seen that the Spot had escaped, and he went go chasing around with him, fighting him across the city along with his father, Sergeant Davis. They soon ended up back at the abandoned warehouse where the Spot originally got his powers from. Facing off there, Spider-Man seemingly defeated the Spot, making him disappear inside his own holes. But actually, he was transported to some type of Spot dimension where each new hole took him to a new universe. He ended up in Lego Spider-Man universe and inside the Venom universe as well. Facing off against the Spot, Miles missed his parents' big party for his father and his father's speech, which made his mom and dad real angry at him when they soon ground him. While lying in bed up in his room, a portal soon opened up above him, where out came Gwen Stacy, where she told him to come out with him for a while because she missed him. Disobeying his parents, he joined her on a web swing invention across the city, but Gwen veered off to leave some type of tracking system on a building nearby. She joined back up with him, and they soon ended up on top of a high-rise building where they had a long conversation upside down. Now this is my favorite part because it just shows you how powerful they are. They sat there upside down, completely unfazed, and just sitting there like it was nothing, like they were normal right side up. I was just looking like, man, this is crazy. They both ended up back at his parents' party, but Gwen soon had to leave after meeting his parents because what she was really there for was surveillance on the Spot. By the time she got to the abandoned building where the Spot was located at, she was already too late because he was already gone. But Miles, camouflaging himself, followed behind Gwen, learning about everything that she was really doing there. Also seeing the conversation between Spider-Woman and Spider-Woman Jessica Drew, which Drew telling Gwen that she can't be playing around seeing Miles because she's on an important mission and they must leave before the Spot become more powerful. So then Gwen opened up a portal to leave, but then Miles followed right behind her, jumping inside the portal along with her. Having no clue where the portal would take him, he ended up in Earth 5101, where he encountered Pavitri Prakara, Spider-Man India, where him, Miles, and Gwen faced off against the Spot. Now, like I said in my non-spoiler review, India's Spider-Man was funny as hell in this movie. He was like the comic relief. Him and SpiderPunk. I love these two in these movies. Like while he was in battle, he had his opening monologue sequence while he was giving you his full origin story while he was fighting. I was cracking up. But just like in the previous universe, the fight led them to the dark matter collider in their universe, where they encounter SpiderPunk. He make his comedic entrance helping them out as well, but the Spot had already absorbed the dark matter energy, making him even more powerful for them for. The Spot caused a big explosion, sending half the building tumbling down, about to crush all the civilians. So Miles, Gwen, and the rest of them went out trying to stop it, while trying to save the people as well. Miles ended up saving Pavitri's father, which in reality was a bad thing because he just inadvertently stopped a canon event that was supposed to have combined all of them and make them to the person they're supposed to grow to be. So Jessica Drew come and takes them back to the Spider headquarters where all the Spider people from different universes are gathering to stop the Spot. At the Spider headquarters, Miles reunites with Peter and also meeting the leader of the Spider Task Force, Miguel O'Hara, who shows him the thread to the multiverse, but also telling him that ultimately his father must die for him to become the true Spider-Man that he's meant to be. Not wanting to accept his fate, Miles asks if they could send him back home, but instead Miguel O'Hara tried to imprison him until the event happened. But Miles grew furious and broke free and tried to escape, and the whole Spider Task Force chased after him. And this is the part of the movie where I was talking about in my non-spoiler review that was real good, because this is the part where Miles proved himself as a true Spider-Man, where he stood up against experienced Spider-Man and held his own. Escaping the Spider-Man, Miles soon snuck into the teleportation room where he activated the machine and tried to teleport himself back home. Furious that Miles escaped, Miguel took his frustration out on Gwen, also teleporting her back home as well. Transported back on the rooftops of Brooklyn, New York, Miles quickly rushed back home to his parents, while simultaneously Gwen went back to her parents' house, where she reconciled with her dad. Making it home, Miles climbed in his window and laid on the floor in a sigh of relief when he was interrupted by his mother. He then comes clean to his mother, telling her that he is Brooklyn's friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, where she had no idea what he was talking about. Then Gwen arrives to his house, climbing inside his window. At the same time, they both realized that he was in the wrong universe. The machine scanned him, but it also scanned the spider DNA that was inside of him, and that's the universe that it sent him to. The universe that the spider was supposed to be in, where there's no Spider-Man, and also his father is no longer there in that universe as well. But before he can do anything, he was caught off guard by his uncle Aaron, who is the Prowler in his universe. But for Miles, it was like seeing a ghost. He couldn't hide the fear, but also the love he had seeing his uncle. But Uncle Aaron noticed that Miles was acting strange, so he told him to come with him, and they both went up to the rooftop, seeing a mirror of his father. That's when he realized that his father was dead in that universe. And in total shock, he was caught off guard and hit from behind, knocking him out. He wakes up in a dark room, chained to a heavy bag, while his Uncle Aaron stands in the corner. Miles tries to plead with him, telling him that he's not from his universe and that he can be a good person. He knows who he truly is. He's the Prowler. But Uncle Aaron replied by saying he's not the Prowler, turning him around to see a shadowy figure hanging from the ceiling, coming down from the shadows. It was this universe's Prowler, but Miles was shocked when he realized that that universe Prowler was himself. And they end off with the Spot returning to his original universe, more powerful than ever, looking for Spider-Man, and his loved ones, while Gwen is traveling from universe to universe, collecting Spider-Man who will help her to fight the big battle that's about to come. And that was the end. So like I said, guys, this was a great, great movie. If you haven't checked it out, I urge you to. So far, from what I'm hearing, it's doing great numbers thus far in box office, and I'm sure it's going to do more great numbers in the weeks to come. But that's all I got for now. Let me know what y'all think. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see y'all next one. Peace.